Okay guys, I've done a couple of tweaks to the buyer's sheet. Just change the code a little bit so that it'll filter out potentially bad trades. And also I just want to clarify something for Lee about the bit that's blacked out. Okay, so let's flick it over. It's exactly the same. There's my rules. And this is slightly different in the sense that use the deep and the double D as zone RSI. That means you're just looking for it either to be an extreme or neutral. That's it. Okay, because the higher time frames take so long to work things out, you just want to know whether it's extreme. So if it's in the high extreme, it'll be a -1. If it's in the low extreme, it'll be a +1. And if it's in the middle, it's 0. What that'll do for you is it'll just give you a grade as to how the chart is moving, because the MACD and etc. will tell you what the broad stroke direction is, and you don't want to be overly confused. As you get down into 15 minutes and 5 minutes, then you're looking at the trigger lines, the top, middle, bottom, and you're looking for the cross and the direction. That'll help you zoom in a little bit. All right, so what we're looking at, you would put your asset in here, you type yours in. I've just put mine in as a list because I trade a whole of market. Okay, in other words, I trade everything. So we'll just say the FTSE. Now I'm going to drag the FTSE in, and I'm going to show you what this means. So if you go this out to a monthly and you look at the last close was green. Okay, so if I take off the drawings, you'll see the last close was green. Okay, what that's for is here, the last close. So it would have been 1. Then you look at whatever your MACD is. If your MACD is up, obviously it's 1. Now the RSI might be in the middle, so it's 0. And then the Bolly, where you make a choice as to whether it's growing on the Bolly or not. Again, you can zone the Bolly. If it's in the upper quadrant and it hasn't pierced the top yet, it's up. If it's in the lower quadrant and it hasn't pierced the bottom, it is down. And if it's flaring, well, you know how to score it if it's flaring. Okay, but if it has pierced the bottom and it's not flaring anymore, then you just say 0. Simple things, but I'll touch on all of that in the modules for you. Again, then you can look at, say, a weekly and well, whatever. Well, actually, what we'll do, give us a second. Give me a second. You'll sort of see what I'm getting at. So here, last week, it was selling. Okay. So if it's selling, -1. And then again, well, it was continued the sell. That's in the middle, and the Bolly's selling as well. Okay, so you kind of get the gist of how that scores out. All right, now where it changes is here. You don't want to really know what the last candle was doing. You just want to get an overall view of what the deep trend was doing. As you go further down, the candles flick about so much, the last close doesn't matter. But what does matter is, what's the MACD doing? Well, it was up. What's happening here? Well, it was coming off the bottom and it was up as well. And the Bolly's kind of neutralish. All right. And then you can have that come down into there, and you can sort of see, well, the whole thing's buying. Then again, you can see what the broad stroke is here. Go, okay, that's up. MACD has just crossed through the center line, and that's up as well. Just like so. And the Bolly's a bit neutralish. That's up, and that's up. So what this will do, this is now trying to explain what's going on. So your deep trend and your sort of dominant direction are in conflict. So there isn't really a major trend in place. So what it's telling you to do is look at your anchor chart, which will be your hourlies. So you're taking your direction from your hourlies, and then you're looking to see what can happen. Well, it's buying pretty well strong, but it's telling you to scalp this thing. In other words, be quick. You know, if it's 10 pips, fine, get in for 10 pips, and it's a B. And all you would do down here is, if you're doing multiple products to keep track of what's going on, well, that's decided it's selling, that's decided it's buying, that's deciding it's buying. Is it ready? You know, what's the status of this thing? Well, it's got scalp on it, so it's telling you to start monitoring. So you want to be monitoring this thing, okay? And the grade is a B, and your trade, well, you'd be buying it. And why are you buying it? Because you're enter off the trader for now trend, which is buy. And that's it. And it's telling you what your target is. So you target a minimum. So if it's 10 pips, you go for 10 pips. Now let's just change this round a little bit to see what happens. If you're 5 minutes out of whack, it's now telling you it's not ready. You got no chance of trading this. Wait for the top of the hour. You know, comes back scalp. What about this? You know, this starts not looking so good. You know, what it's telling you now is just to wait. It might be buying, but you need to see some action in and around the anchor. You want it to come into play. So it tells you to wait. Now, if you're waiting, it's just either every 15 minutes or on the top of the hour. That's all that means, okay? And if it says no, you wait an entire hour, regardless. And as you plug everything in, it'll start telling you to calm down. So it'll either be yes, it's ready to go, no, it's not ready to go, or wait. If it's no, you're definitely waiting an hour. If it's wait, you either wait an hour or 15 minutes. If it's yes, you're just monitoring it to get into a good trade. So they're the changes to it. It's not a great deal difference. It's just really adding in this and breaking this down into whether it's on trend or whether you're just looking at your anchor in this section. Okay. Once your top section's in place, it's probably there all day. You only really ever need to be changing this section here, and you'll have all the information you need down there. Okay. Catch you soon, guys.